So it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm listening to music. I won't say listening, I'll say like jamming out to music. And I believe the song I was listening to was I'm Not Afraid by Eminem. And then, boom! All of a sudden I hear this boom as the door opens. And you have to keep in perspective that, I have the earphones in. So I hear, I see the light come on too, and I'm just like, I jump and I say, and what happened is my brother comes in and he's like, yo, what's going on? Right? Like, what are you doing right now? Why am I hearing footsteps? And I say, I say, yeah, I'm just listening to some music, man. Like, just leave me alone. He says, you're weird. Go to sleep like a normal person. Uh, and, back in the day, my mother, we moved to Houston when I was younger, and she got me started on piano lessons when I was around 7 years old. And I played piano for about 4 years, and it was a ton of classical music. And it really wasn't my favorite type of repertoire. Fast forward though, I moved to Canada, and this was when I started to I actually stopped playing music at this time, and my mother, she was trying different things to motivate us, and she said that I'll get you guys video games, but when growing up, I couldn't get the cool video games like all my friends had. They had stuff like COD, they had stuff like God of War, they had stuff like GTA. The only thing I got really was like FIFA, Tony Hawk, skateboarding, and Guitar Hero. Yes, Guitar Hero. So I started playing Guitar Hero, and it just, that was like a game changer for me. And that's when I really started to go back into music. And that's when I started listening to music, and that's when I started connecting the dots of like, oh, this is a chord, this is the, all the terminology and all that stuff. It started to make sense. And this was when I started falling in love with it, and this is when I started learning it, right? On that same year, I got sick. I got sick, and it was not the best, probably the worst time of my life. I spent 3 weeks in the ICU, and then I spent uh, 3 months as an inpatient at the same time. I spent 3 months in total, but 3 weeks in the ICU, like that's a lot of shit. And when I recovered, a lot of authority figures said that I couldn't do X, Y, and Z anymore. They said that, based on your circumstances, you can't do that stuff anymore. And that hurt, right? But I didn't take it too seriously. And I would say that that's kind of like the reason why I am the way I am today. Um, so I graduated the same year. I did a lot of stuff that, the nurses and the doctors said I couldn't. They said that I couldn't graduate the same year with my class. I graduated the same year. They said that, they wouldn't even recommend stuff like college for me. I went to college, I got the degree. So when I went to college, I had, so when I was in college, I learned all about sales, all about marketing, all about mindset. And I applied that to insurance. And, I was an insurance salesman for some time. And, you know, at the end of it, though, I really wasn't fulfilled. I didn't want to do this like for the rest of my life. Uh, I wanted to do something I was passionate about. With my business knowledge and my music passion, I knew that there was something that I could create. So I wanted to really, you know, spread the gift of music, to people, to the world, to kids, sort of to give them that feeling that I mentioned in the beginning, where you're just jamming out and you're listening to it, because I know that you guys know what I'm talking about. When you have the ear for music, it's completely different from somebody who only listens to pop music or something like that, right? So I help private music teachers increase the amount of students they have in their roster using the Sharp method. Now, what I want to do is I want to find out how your music studio is going, and I want to see if there's any way I can help in any way. So what I've done was I created a link in the description where you can book a 15-minute call with me, and then we can go from there, right? No obligations. And like I said, right, I want to help you guys to spread the gift. Whatever your specialty is, I want to help you guys grow, and also make sure that you guys are compensated the right way. So thank you so much, and goodbye.